Sometimes the biggest truths about our digital lives don't come from some big tech conference or a dense research paper. Nope. Sometimes they come from something much, much smaller. In this case, a single card. Let's dig into what this one little object can tell us about the game we're all playing online, the game of building a personal brand. So take a good look at this. On the surface, yeah, it's just a card. But if you look a little closer, you see the pattern. It gives you an insight, then it gives you a task, and then a reward. So what is this thing? A self-help tool, a productivity hack, or is it something else entirely, like a game where the main character is you? The card literally calls itself Today's Insight. And that framing is so important. This isn't just an order. It's presented as this little piece of wisdom you're supposed to have, a little aha moment. So what's the big realization it's pushing? Well, it all circles back to one central idea. And this image just nails the core theme, doesn't it? You see this little character, who's actually named BB Joy, snapping a selfie. And look what's all around them. Likes, hearts, camera icons, the whole social media universe. This isn't just taking a picture. It's putting on a show for an audience.
Okay, so this leads us right into our first big topic, this constant pressure to build and, maintain a personal brand. The card doesn't just hint at it, it lays it out like it's a must-do, a non-negotiable part of modern life.
So what even is a personal brand, really? Well, it's all about that active, deliberate process of managing how other people see you. It's kind of like turning your identity into a full-on project, making sure that the version of you that everyone else gets is exactly the one you want them to see. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is a direct quote from the card itself. It literally tells you what the insight is supposed to be, realizing that personal branding is important. There's no mystery here. The game is flat out telling you the rules. And after this big insight, what's the action you have to take? It's super specific. You're told to change your profile picture to one that is both good-looking and joyful. See that? Not just any photo will do. It has to be hand-picked to project this very specific, very positive image.
And that just makes you wonder, right? Why those two words exactly? It points straight to this pressure we all feel to perform positivity, to perform attractiveness online. It's like your digital storefront, your profile picture, has to be perfectly optimized for everyone else.
All right, so we've got the task. But how does the card actually convince you to do it? This is where it gets really fascinating. To get you motivated, it uses this incredibly powerful psychological tool, gamification. Gamification is basically just taking something that isn't a game, like your job, or going to the gym, or in this case, managing your own self-image, and slapping game-like stuff onto it. Things like points, rules, and rewards. It's a clever way to make boring or stressful tasks feel way more fun and engaging. And this card creates this perfect little simple game loop. First, you get the insight. That's your quest. Then you do the action, changing your photo. And finally, you get a real tangible reward. It's a simple little cycle, but man, is it effective at getting you to do things. And then we get to the reward. It's not just a good job. It's a number. 15. All of a sudden, the act of polishing your online self, of performing joy, is given a number. It's quantified. Your efforts is now worth exactly $15 somethings. Then the card gives you this really interesting choice. You can deposit that $15 into a rich and joyful account, which sounds like some kind of conceptual piggy bank for your happiness. Or you can choose to put it into your balance, which sounds a lot more like real money. It's a direct choice between feeling joyful and literally getting paid for acting joyful. And this brings us to the final, and I think the most profound part of all this. What does it actually mean when joy itself becomes a currency? What are we really earning when we complete these little tasks? Let's just sit with that phrase for a second, the rich and joyful account. It makes it sound like happiness is something you can collect, that you can save up and count, just like money. By doing a joyful thing, you literally make a deposit into your well-being. But can happiness really work like a bank account? So when you really break it down, this one simple action is this potent cocktail of modern digital life. It's part personal branding, part public image management, and it's all driven by a gamified task and motivated by a quantified reward. These things aren't separate anymore. They're all tangled up in our day-to-day online lives. So, what does this little card really show us in the end? Well, it reveals a world where our identity is a project that's never finished, where getting better feels like leveling up in a video game, where our emotions get a price tag, and where you, above all else, are a brand that needs constant, careful polishing for everyone to see. And all of this leaves us with one last big question to chew on. When an act like posting a happy photo is driven by points and rewards, does it actually make you happier? Or does it just turn happiness into a performance? When we curate our joy for an audience, are we really feeling it, or are we just getting better at playing the game?